just because you can doesn't mean you have to. That's where we are right now in our global response to COVID-19. Most countries around the world are moving towards some kind of easing up of their lockdown restrictions. And that means that their governments are giving people permission to go back to work, to go out into public, maybe to go out to some restaurants or pubs, maybe just meet and greet other people. In some countries, it is now legal to go to church or to other religious gatherings. And just because you're allowed to doesn't mean you should. You see, the virus hasn't gone away. Most people in the world have no idea whether they have had the virus or not, whether they are infectious towards other people and have the virus right now but aren't showing symptoms, whether they have antibodies, and even if they have antibodies, it is at the moment medically unclear whether that actually gives you immunity from getting it again, or even if COVID is mutating. In other words, all of that to say that we really don't know yet whether COVID is finished with us or whether it's coming back and we're still due to be infected. And because you also don't know whether you in fact are vulnerable or not, we have to still take care. And that's where we are now. It's no longer a regulated, government-controlled lockdown. It's now up to us as individual citizens in each of our countries to keep ourselves at a physical distance, to wear masks whenever we're in public, to hand sanitize and not touch our faces, to be temperature checked every time we enter a facility, and to just make sure that we keep ourselves safe. Thinking that we might have the disease and being careful not to spread it to other people, and thinking that other people might have it and being careful not to get it ourselves. We don't want to live in fear. We don't want to live in a little bubble or a cocoon. But we also want to make sure that without medication, without vaccination, without a cure for this disease, that we also put a circuit breaker on it, that we stop it in its tracks by making sure that we keep clear of other people from being infected or infecting others. So just because you can go out doesn't mean that you should. And if you go out to a place, let's say you want to go to a restaurant or you want to go for a walk in a park, and you arrive at that restaurant or that park and you see that it is already packed with people and you're not going to be able to keep that 2 meters, 6 feet physical distancing, well then just go home or go somewhere else. Don't get all upset. Don't say, well, I demand my rights, or I had planned to, and so I'm just going to go through. Think it through, be safe, and keep everybody else safe as well. If you want to visit friends or go to church or wherever it is that you might be wanting to go, keep in mind what needs to be done in order to keep yourself and other people safe. And if we all do that for the next few months, we will beat this disease and we will get it out of the system and we'll be able to move on with our lives. This is the new reality of where we are. And if all of us take it seriously, and if none of us try and assert our own personal individual rights, but work together as a community and as a society to beat this disease, we will beat it, and we can beat it quite easily. So please keep this in mind as you make a decision about what you're going to do today and tomorrow and over the weekend. Make sure that you keep yourself, your family, and everybody else in society safe as well. It really is up to us now.